Bonjour et aujourd'hui nous sommes ici pour un autre épisode de Rival and Queen.
Welcome, everyone. Oh, that was good, Sarah.
And today we're starting in French and English.
Sarah's off to Montreal tomorrow, so
I'm practicing.
oui.
Oui. Merci beaucoup.
That was very good. It sounded through our headphones and the mic like a airline.
That is the voice that I'm going.
Was it?
No, I just I do think it's funny when you speak different languages, your voice changes and you're like, I'm like softer spoken in other languages.
Gentle.
I'm much more gentle and I sound like, I think I have like a sweeter voice.
Oh, listen to that. Well, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us. If you're new here, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Sarah. And we're so happy to welcome you.
Welcome back. Bienvenue. Is that right?
I don't know. Oh, bienvenue.
Okay. All right, moving on.
So today we've got a soup. Actually, if you're new here, this is fabulous. Like great first episode pick.
This is like a refresh.
This is a refresh. We want to do a reintroduction of Ashley and I to you and for all of our listeners. Like we've got some fun questions to go through just to get to know us better. So we think you'll be pleasantly surprised regardless.
Yeah, hopefully if you've been listening for a long time, you will learn some new stuff about Sarah and I, and maybe have a laugh or two.
I mean, I think the laughs are basically guaranteed. That's the vibe that we're going with. I did want to bring up though, after our last episode when we talked about the Marlowe lubricated tampons, we got some good feedback because we also talked about the Diva Cup and it was the Nix Cup was the one that we were forgetting.
Yeah, and I think that people prefer the Nix Cup over the Diva Cup from what we've heard.
And I think the Nix Cup is IUD safe. But
yes, something to do with the suction. I don't know.
Yeah, but double check that. But there was a bunch of feedback from our listeners. They like the Nix Cup. And also Carrie told us that she's been using the Diva Cup for years and she does like that, but she said not IUD friendly.
Okay. And maybe consult with your doctor or someone that knows. We do not know. We do not want any unwanted pregnancies or
IUDs falling out. This is not like official advice, but people who have tried the cups, we did get a few of our friends wrote us to say they love the Nix Cup. So, just some feedback. I got my Marlowe tampons, but I haven't used them yet because I literally just finished my period the day before.
You're not going to just pop one up for fun.
I mean, I actually thought about it, but then
you should have brought them in.
I know, that was so foolish. Maybe we'll do an official unboxing.
Yeah, you could do it.
Thursday.
I've seen this on, I feel like TikTok and Instagram when people actually, not the Marlowe ones, but you dip it in and then see the tampon kind of expand in water. So it shows how it works.
Okay.
But I feel like we can just like fake it. We don't have to get you to do a demo.
You don't want me to do a full, no, but we'll just leave that at that.
And if you want to hear more about what we're talking about, tune into last week's episode because we kind of like dove into the lubricated products of tampons and condoms randomly as well.
Yeah, we got some feedback on the condoms as well, but we need to do a little more research with the men's about what condoms they like. So
fair.
All right, Ashley, let's get into this.
Introduce ourselves.
Yeah, let's get into this reintroduction. Do you want to go first? Like, do you want me to ask you the questions first?
Yeah,
I'm excited. So why don't you start by introducing yourself?
Well, my name's Ashley Kilbertowski.
Oh, so beautiful.
I'm 35 years old.
Just
the Annapolis Valley in Nova Scotia, Middleton specifically, and I've lived in Halifax since, oh my gosh, like 15 years now.
That's crazy. And do you have a partner?
I do. I have a husband. We've been married for almost 11 years.
And
upcoming.
One of my favorite things about you is that you met Jeff when you were 17.
I know, a baby.
You guys started dating then.
Baby. Yeah.
I think that's crazy and cool.
So cool. I mean, and we've never broken up, not once.
What?
I mean, we've gotten lots of arguments, but
I was actually going to put in one of the rapid fire questions, Jeff or golf.
Well, that's a tough one.
No,
of course I picked Jeff. Maybe Jeff and golfing at the same time together.
Yeah. I love that. Do you have any siblings?
I have one brother, an older brother, and technically right now we're pretty close in age. He's not quite 37, he's only 36, and he lives in Portland, Oregon. Or Oregon. I have to ask him what's the proper pronunciation. I don't know.
We gotta get anyone listening, DM us if you know.
We will only know if Greg is listening if he contacts us after this.
Tell us how to say Oregon or Oregon. How do we say it?
No animals, but aspiring, as you see on our website in my bio, aspiring poodle mom. I looked at poodles today, actually. I feel like, can we just go one day to, I'm getting off topic, but I mean, I'm allowed to
You are allowed.
a poodle place where like a place where they breed poodles and just like talk to them and pet them if we can.
Yeah, let's do it.
I want to learn.
I think it's a bad idea for us, but I think
there's a place in the valley. I can't remember the name. I think it's in Greenwich, which is kind of like outside of Wolfville. And I have to say, there's some cute puppies for sale.
All right, we're gonna go to a poodle place. And
what do you call? I want to say a poodle farm, but that sounds so.
I don't think it's a poodle farm, but we're gonna go to a poodle place and we're gonna see the poods and we're gonna report back. I think it's a dangerous game for us, if I'm being honest. Oh, last question about your introduction. Can you give us your star sign? Very important.
Gemini.
Oh,
Gemini.
And if you're in a human design, you're a manifesting generator.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the refresh. I actually was cleaning out a drawer in our office the other night, and I found all my notes from when we did the reading with Sacred Starlight with Rebecca, and it was so interesting.
Oh,
I forget some of the other signs that I have like in my, my risings, but I'd like to learn more.
All right.
Always open to learning about astrology. I find it's a lot to learn.
It is a lot. And I think it's like different because it's not our normal skill set. So we're aspiring astrologer.
Yeah.
Students. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's good. All right, Ashley, I've got 30 questions here for you.
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. How do you like to spend your time outside of work or school?
In the summer, I'd like to be at the beach, boating, or golfing.
Oh.
Or in the studio doing this.
Okay. I also don't know why I asked or school.
Because it's in front of you.
Do you have any hobbies?
Golf.
Do you collect anything?
Mugs.
Oh, okay.
I've actually organized a lot over time, and I had to start phasing them out because they don't match, but I do love a really nice mug.
Okay.
I'm very picky. I'm like you. We know what we like.
Oh yeah.
It has to feel and look a certain way.
I'm very particular about mugs.
Mm-hmm, me too.
I don't like them when people give them to me unless they're the right ones.
I know. And you feel obligated to keep it. I don't really collect much, but I'll say, I do if I'm traveling, I like to get something.
I think that's good. What's the weirdest dream you've ever had?
I had one when I was younger, or reoccurring ones. And it's still in my mind because it happened multiple times. I don't know what it means, but I can still remember it. I was in this like attic apartment, not dingy, just it happened to be up in the top of a house. And there was a lot, it sounds so funny. There was candy there. It was weird. And I used to have this dream all the time. I don't know. I can like picture it. Do you know what I mean?
The candy attic?
It was like, yes. Well, I don't know, but no, it was like a house. And there was like a candy store in there. I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Okay. I like that one. I like that you remember it
so
vividly.
Just like that 10,
snippet.
15, second kind of like memory, but.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
I want to say neither really. I flip-flop.
I thought you were going to say night owl for a moment and I was going to be like liar.
No. Yeah. I guess I'm like, I don't have the best sleeping patterns. I don't sleep consistently. So sometimes I'm getting up really early and then other times I hate the morning because I'm tired, but I definitely don't like staying up super late. So I'd say morning person.
I think so too.
I try and be a morning person.
How do you like to start your day?
Drinking coffee.
Oh.
And sitting in my blue chair looking out the window.
That's good. We all have a favorite spot. I like that. What's your favorite movie to watch over and over again?
Or workout, I should have said. There's so many I never get sick of ever. And I want to say, I don't know, actually. I haven't really watched a movie in a long time, but I used to be obsessed with She's All That.
Oh.
Like I've seen those movies 100 times.
Okay.
Titanic, I've seen it so many times.
I've never rewatched Titanic.
Really?
Ever.
I think
I can't bring myself to do it.
6 or 7 times in the theater. My friends and I were obsessed. Pretty Woman. It was on TV not long ago and I watched it. Never get sick of that movie either.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, I love that. What's your favorite season of the year?
Summer.
Ooh.
And fall.
How do you like to end your day?
Bed. Bath, then bed.
Ooh.
Snuggled in.
Warmed up.
Yeah, in my bed.
What kinds of activities energize you, light you on fire?
Pilates.
Ooh, I love Pilates. What's one thing you're learning now or learned recently?
Oh my God. I learned so many things, Sarah.
Ashley, you do. You are a great learner. I would describe you as an excellent learner.
Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Oh, I forgot to say we have 2 passes. So if you want,
Pass.
you're going to pass this one.
There's
okay.
just like 2, it's scrambling in my brain.
Okay. What's something you recently saw that made you laugh?
Oh my gosh. I feel like just dogs every day on the boardwalk. Is that laugh or that makes me happy?
I like that. We're accepted.
Okay.
What's the weirdest thing in your closet?
I have so many things in my closet. Maybe my turkey feather coat that you and I have matching ones, and it's like like wrapped up. I always see it underneath on my shelf in the Saks bag that we bought it in because it has to stay contained because there's feathers everywhere.
Oh, mine's out. Mine's free.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
if that's weird, but I find that's a laugh when I spot it.
I like that. What's your guilty pleasure?
Reality TV.
Ooh, are you binging any shows on that note?
I just finished watching the Pam and Tommy Netflix series. It's good.
How did you find it?
I thought it was interesting.
Let's just take a pause here.
I knew nothing really about either of them or the story. You knew that they were married and they were kind of like personalities and had a sex tape. That's about all I knew.
I know, but we haven't debriefed on this.
So yeah.
Like, what's your emotion on this? Because I watched it and I gave you. It made
me feel really bad for both of them. It made me feel bad for Pam, obviously.
Yeah.
And how much was it Pentos that ended up buying the tape?
I don't think they bought the tape.
Have you watched the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they buy the rights for 15?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That one.
No, that was the internet.
Oh yeah. Company. Sorry. You're right. I think they ended up distributing. Anyways, that whole thing just really pissed me off. And thinking, fast forwarding to 2022, I'm like, that would never happen. You know what I mean? Like, that was awful.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was just crazy.
Oh.
And I don't know, they were both kind of crazy. She's a little out there. I actually just recently started following her on Instagram.
Oh, did you?
On our account. Okay. She only has one post, and it's about the Netflix thing. And I don't know. Now it kind of opened this envelope, I feel like, into wanting more about them and about this story. And I think that's going to happen. So I find that's interesting. And they seemed really in love.
I know they actually, so he ended up going to jail for hitting her.
Yeah, abuse.
For 6 months, I think, because I like got the same thing.
I know.
I wanted more.
Yeah. And they have 2 sons.
Yeah. And I think they still each independently talk about each other as like their loves of life.
Yeah.
But like,
and I think
it was not healthy.
That's kind of a beautiful thing is there was a quote and she was talking about their sons and how they always let them know that they were brought into this world with like the most love. Like during that time, they were like insanely in love, which I find interesting. But yeah, then you beat her. That's not cool.
No,
you don't do that to someone you love.
But enough about Pam and Tommy, because this is about Ashley Keel.
All right.
So what's your most hated household chore?
Cleaning the shower.
Ooh, what's your favorite snack? I love these
popcorn.
Questions. Oh, the popcorn queen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm so surprised by all your answers.
It's a reintroduction of who I am for Sarah.
What's your favorite TV show or one you never get tired of rewatching?
Dawson's Creek.
You love the Dawson's Creek.
I love Dawson's Creek.
I've never seen it, but I believe you. What do you do at Harbor? And in what circumstances would I come to you for something? I love this question. I love this question.
What do I do at Harbor? So a little bit of everything, but mostly I I focus on building partnerships and sales. And what was the second part?
And what would I come to you for something? Well, what circumstances would I come to you
to like use Harbor?
Yeah.
If you were a trade and you wanted to get your invoices paid early.
If you worked in construction.
And yes, thank you. If you worked in construction exclusively.
Oh.
That's all we work with.
Do you know what I was talking about? Anyways, I'll tell you this after. I was talking about you and this the other day.
Ooh.
What's your go-to productivity trick?
What's my go-to productivity trick?
Yeah, do you have one?
I don't even know. Like, how do I do things efficiently?
Well, is something make you feel productive?
Making lists.
Oh, you like lists.
Yeah.
All right.
I like crossing things off my list.
Yeah, I know this about you actually. You love it. You love a good list.
I love, before I travel, the Post-its come out.
Oh, that's like the hyper drive.
Well, it's like, don't forget.
It's like
cell phone charger. I need to make you one.
Yes. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I definitely need a list. I just forget everything when I travel. What's the biggest misconception people have about your job, about your position?
Oh,
I don't know how this one got in here, but I like it.
We tried to take the
serious ones out.
What's the biggest misconception
people have about your position?
I don't know. I want to say kind of job in general. People think we probably work in this like in an office, I would say is a misconception. Even I was talking to Chandler and Neil and they asked where our office is. So it's like, we work from home and everyone likes that. So maybe that.
Okay. I think that's a great answer. What behavior or personality trait do you attribute most to your success and why?
Wow. How did that one?
Your success as a person. No, I put that in there.
I think that I've always been willing and able to take risks and put myself out there, not take things like I do sometimes inward take things seriously, but I kind of like propel myself to like push myself to do things. And my dad kind of taught me that from a young age. I was never shy. So I feel like just being able to kind of put yourself out there and open yourself up to people and situations
and possibilities. You do a very good job with that. And I've heard you talk about your dad saying that to you.
Yeah, he was a good example.
Bill, we love you and the example you've set for your daughter.
Bill.
What was your first job?
Probably mowing lawns.
I was wondering if that's what it was. I wasn't actually sure.
I was trying to think time wise if it was that, or I used to work at my dad's car dealership just doing like filing and answering the phones, which I loved. I loved answering phones and like paging on the loudspeaker. But I think before that, I was probably, Sarah knows this, but for those of you who don't, I used to mow. There was like a convenience store / motel right beside my dad's car dealership near where I lived. And I used to mow there with like a really nice ride-on mower. Like I enjoyed it. It was great.
You loved mowing the lawn.
Yeah, I was young and it felt like you could drive,
Yes.
And
liberating.
Yeah, and they used to. Dad knew the owner of this business, and they used to give me free movies for years. And I could, Stacy, my friend, and I would walk up, watch a movie, rent a movie, watch it, go back and return because we were only allowed to take a few, like maybe 1 or 2 out. Anyways,
I love that.
I don't know if they ever paid me. If they did, it was probably like $20.
You were getting free movie rentals though, and I love that as a teenager is like a worthwhile exchange.
Yeah, and I think it was just a responsibility kind of, to go and show up. Anyways,
I like that.
And babysitting. I did a lot of
babysitting.
Yeah, when I was young.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know why people. I mean, I was responsible, but that's a lot of trust for 2 or 3 children. My neighbor had 4 kids. I never used to watch them all at the same time. She would take, say, 2 to an activity and I'd watch together. But anyways.
How old were you?
Grade 7. Probably.
Yeah.
Grade 6, grade 7.
I was 12. Yeah, when I started babysitting too. Same age.
And it'd be sweet though. Sometimes you would go over and the kids would be asleep.
Yeah.
Right. And the parents would be going out and they would leave you chips or popcorn. And this was before cell phones. We'd just sit there and watch a movie and sweet.
Also more valuable than money at that age.
Mm-hmm.
Good snacks.
And they pay me.
I know, but that was like the babysitting sweet spot. If you were getting good snacks.
Yeah.
Damn, you'd take those jobs all the time.
Totally.
What is lighting you up right now, Ashley?
The change in weather and the warm weather in the summer. I feel like I'm just excited. I feel that I don't know, the warm evenings, we've had a few, just feel so nice. And it's daylight so late. I love that.
You're into it. If you could write a book about your life, what would the title be and why?
Valley Girl.
Oh, yes.
Yes. That's the first thing that came to my mind. She came from the small town. Are you high-fiving?
No, I've got an image in my head. It's like you with pigtails and coveralls.
No,
but like with heels on. Like I'm picturing the Simple Life, like the Simple Life covers.
Oh
like,
my God,
but
can you imagine?
Valley Girl.
Valley Girl. For the record, I did not grow up on a farm or anything, but
but that's the visual I get.
Small town dreams.
Oh, I love this. Love this. This is the best thing in the world. What's the best advice you were ever given, and who was it from?
I'm gonna say my dad again. Like I have some ones flashing in my mind from coaches, but I'd say the most like impactful that sticks in my mind because it's just so basic was my daddy just always says like the worst thing anyone will ever say to you is no. And that was kind of the same note I said earlier, just putting yourself out there and not being afraid. And he would always like push me, like, go ahead, like ask, even when I was younger, if I wanted something, ordering, or whatever. I used to order everything for my brother too, because he was so shy.
That's a good lesson though. I like that your dad passed that on to you. And like, I see that in you. You always say that.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's true. And we hold ourselves back, I think. So we hold ourselves back from the thing we want most of the time. So you gotta ask for it sometimes. If someone says no, cool, move on. If they said no,
move on, not real. What's the best compliment you've ever received?
That's a tough one. I feel like people, I hate talking about myself in this.
I know, this is why I asked it. We gotta give ourselves some love and appreciation sometimes.
Just that I'm like nice and like caring and kind. I feel like that's a nice compliment. Is it?
That's a really nice one.
Okay.
But maybe you thought of something that landed with you. It's okay if you haven't.
No.
Maybe you'll leave and think about this question. I encourage everyone listening to think about this question.
Or whenever my parents, okay, I'll say this, my mom, even now or when Greg and I were little, that she would say, oh, so-and-so said, you have such nice children, or your children are so polite. And I know that brought my mom such joy and pride. And then that made me feel good because I was like, oh, okay. People do notice the annoying things that you do or, say.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So you like that. That's nice.
I think that's nice.
That is a nice one. I'd encourage everyone listening to think of the nicest compliment you received. It's nice to give yourself that like self-love and reflection.
Like when people tell you good job, or it kind of goes back to being younger. I don't know why. I talk about this with Jeff a lot, and people tell you they're proud of you or good job. Mm. It really makes you feel good. And I try and tell people or write people if I see something like, this is awesome, way to go, because that goes a long way.
I know. I tell people I'm proud of them too. And I'm like, I don't even have any right to be proud of you, but like, I'm proud of you for no reason. I think this is amazing that you've done this.
Well, and I think us doing the podcast, having work in like being entrepreneurs and stuff like that, we know how hard it can be to do anything, bring anything to light.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you see that in other people or them doing something, you're like, oh, they did it. That's amazing. And anyone should just be proud of taking that step.
That's a very nice trait of yours. It is.
Thank you.
That's really nice, you express genuine appreciation for others. I think that's a really amazing quality about you. What is your go-to karaoke song, Ashley?
I've actually only done karaoke once, and it was at a wedding, and it was Shania Twain. Whose bed have your boots been under?
Whose bed?
But I don't know if I would pick that song. It's kind of hard to sing.
Is it? Okay, that's good, because as you know, I got my karaoke list going.
I know. I feel like you and I need to find a song that we could sing
together.
A duet, yeah.
What will our karaoke duet
really love singing
be?
Picture by Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock.
Okay.
I love that song, and it comes on my country playlist, and sometimes I belt it out, and it makes me feel good.
Okay. I don't know if that's the duet song though.
No.
But it's a contender. We'll put it in the list.
Okay.
What fictional place would you most like to live in?
Can it be from a Disney movie or something?
Yes.
that's
what I was thinking.
What's coming to my mind is like I don't want to say Cinderella because she kind of had it rough, you know?
Yeah, it's not like that.
Maybe Snow White.
In the woods.
Yeah, like it just seems so magical and all the characters.
Oh,
You know,
I like that one.
the Seven Dwarfs. I feel like you just like have your little like posse.
Okay, last question from this batch. What's one thing you're currently trying to make a habit?
Journaling more.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
I feel like because you're supposed to, honestly. Like I feel like, and this is something we've talked about this before. I don't force myself to do it every day.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that, I forget if I talked to Rebecca about this too. She's like, if you don't need something, you won't do it. You don't need to do it. But I go in like very weird cycles. And when I do it, sometimes I just write down like words or bullet points. I'm like, I don't know. I'm exploring.
That's very.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's very on par with you.
I also even list my thoughts.
As a manifesting generator, that's a very on point thing for you as well.
And get more fresh air, which I do a good job of, but I like to make sure that was that even.
That's a habit that that's good. Okay, now this is the important part. This is the this or that round. So,
oh my God.
So don't look at the list while I ask you this, and you got to answer quickly, Ashley. Quickly, speed.
Like first in my mind.
First in your mind, dog or cat?
Dog.
Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Phone call or text?
Text.
Toast or eggs?
Eggs.
Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Music or podcasts?
Music.
Drake or Biebs?
Biebs.
I love that. Swimming or sunbathing?
Swimming.
High tech or low tech?
High tech.
Big party or small gathering?
Small gathering.
Red wine or white wine?
White.
That's it.
Oh,
ding, ding, ding,
it
ding,
kind
ding.
of makes you nervous because your brain goes, it's trying to process both of the words and it gets jumbled in your head.
I just thought those ones are hilarious. I learned something.
So we're done, right?
We're done. You're done. You're off the hook. I learned something new about you.
You did?
Well, I feel like I did. I feel like I liked to hear about the habits that you're forming. Actually, that was one of the good things. I like your productivity trick. Yeah.
Drink lots of water. That's a good habit too.
Oh,
I think I do that anyway, but
I drank 4 liters of water while I was golfing yesterday and on the drive back.
I will say, just
not
as a
4
hot
liters,
tip,
but like 2 liters actually.
This facial lady that I met told me that she's very into like holistic inside out too, that as soon as you wake up, before you put anything in your body, coffee, tea, vitamins, food, you should drink, I think it was like 10 ounces of water, 50, I can't remember. Big glass of water. And then then wait 15 minutes before you consume anything. It like resets your pH or something. I've been trying to do that. As soon as I wake up, I drink water.
I drink water, but I can't drink a ton as soon as I wake up. I have a glass in the first hour.
No, I'm like half asleep still in bed and I chug it and then I lay down still.
Yeah.
I make sure my glass or my bottle's full before I go to bed because I like to be room temperature. So when I wake up, I can drink it. Anyways, hot tip.
I like that.
That's a new habit for sure.
All right, the morning water.
I want you to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you, some of your interests, your siblings, where you're from.
Okay, yes. So my name is Sarah Murphy. I am a Cancer with a rising Cancer side, I think. I don't know.
Your pronouns are she and her.
Yeah. I am a generator if you're into human design, which I love, the big energy. That's definitely my vibe. I've got a lovely sister named Jennifer. She's a makeup artist. I live in Halifax and my sister lives in Halifax and Ashley lives here too. But I grew up in New Brunswick, Halifax, and Newfoundland. So I've got a tie to all the Atlantic provinces except for PEI.
There's hope.
There is hope. You never know what's in the future, but definitely Halifax and Newfoundland are home for me. And what else did you say? What else do I say to introduce myself? I think that's it.
Do you like animals?
I love animals.
You didn't mention your favorite animal.
I am a dog aunt to my sister's little poodle Daisy, and she's with me all the time. So we love her. She's often making appearances on the show. And that's it. I'm one half of Rival and Queen with Ash.
Yay.
All right, let's dive in.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you
I feel like I'm going to close my eyes. I'm ready. I'm listening.
I know, I didn't know where to look when you asked me. How do you like to spend your time outside of work or school?
Outside of work or school. I spend a lot of time. I like going into the woods. I spend a lot of time doing personal development. That's the truth of it. I'm really into it.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I like to ski. That's a good hobby of mine.
It is. You do.
I love to ski.
Does Sarah Murphy collect anything?
I'm trying to start collecting badges when I travel.
Oh, cute.
Because I've got my like jean shirt
Yeah.
and I put badges on them. But actually, Connie McGinnis's husband, Connie was on the podcast. Her husband, Brandon, told me that he saw that shirt and then he bought a jean jacket and he's putting badges on his. So I want to get an oversized jean jacket and make it like my travel jean jacket.
You know what? I
with all the
have
badges.
I have one. It says Harbor on the back.
Yeah.
Because if you go to the Levi's store, they will custom make you, well, not all of them, but some of the stores. And it's actually super cool because you can pick from hundreds of different things.
And lettering and stuff. That looks cool.
And I have a pin on mine, but I agree with you. I think that's cool on the denim.
So I'm doing badges. That's my new thing that I collect.
So when you go to a new city, it doesn't necessarily have to be like the name of the city, just something you like.
I got there. Yeah.
That's cool. Cool. I want to do that.
You can do that too. Actually, can be your other thing that you collect.
That's fun. Okay. Do you remember any of your wildest dreams that you've ever had?
Oh man, I had some really strange ones, but I don't have recurring ones really. The weirdest dream I've ever had. Oh yeah.
Or nightmares.
Yeah, there was one, remember last year, I think we talked about it when actually Natalie Vancier was on.
Your teeth fell out?
No, my teeth didn't fall out. I didn't like that. When there was a cowboy like following me home and from bar to bar. I didn't like that one. That freaked me out.
I know. I've had some weird ones like that too. And for days they stick in your mind as if they've happened.
Yeah, I didn't like that. And a bunch of people we knew were in it. It was very funny.
I've had a few when there's animals in there too, and I have to look that up.
You have a recurring one with a lion.
A lion, yeah.
I thought that's what you were going to say.
And I just remember now. I didn't remember earlier. Are you? I mean, I know the answer to this. Are you a night owl or?
Definitely, I'm definitely a night owl.
Through and through.
Through and through.
You thrive at night.
I love the nighttime.
How do you like to start your day?
Oh my God. I've got some new things going. I love to start my day. I wake up, I write down in my bed, I journal 3 things I'm grateful for, and then I journal as much as I want and get up and then meditate. And then I'm newly into going outside and having my coffee or my morning drink, either by the pool, by the hot tub, or I just lay on the grass. and just lay there. So those are the 3 things I like to do in the morning. I don't know what order, it changes all the time.
Free flowing. What's your favorite movie that you could watch over and over again?
I really love You've Got Mail, or I love that one's my favorite, I think. And I like 10 Things I Hate About You as well.
I love that too. Those 90s rom-coms.
Yeah, so good.
What's your favorite season of the year?
It's always like 50-50, summer, winter, don't know.
Don't you find that you get excited for the new season and then a month or two in, you're ready for the
No, I never get sick of summer. I never get sick of winter.
I never get sick. I get sick of winter, but in fall has such a beautiful, then it expires.
How do you pick? But you know what? I will say summer, because I think everyone just in the world is happier.
You wait for summer. Like I feel like everyone waits for summer.
No, not me. I do love winter. It's a tight.
Sarah loves.
I want the snow.
So you're meant to live in Canada on the East Coast. How do you like to end your day?
Oh, I turn off all the lights in my house like hours before I go to sleep. Oh, we got an alarm going off here. I turn off all the lights in my house hours before I go to sleep, and then I have candles, and and then I just adjust. I live my life in the dark for a while, and I love it. I love how slow everything feels, and
kind of brings you down.
It brings me down in a good way.
Okay, well, opposite of that, what kinds of activities energize you, bring you up?
Social activities, being around people, coming to do the podcast. They light me up. I get jazzed.
What's one thing you are learning now or have learned recently?
I'm still learning how to golf. I forgot how to use my irons this year.
I'm still learning. That's hard. You learn something new every time.
Oh, do you know what I am truly learning? Is human design. I did my human design
That's
course.
right.
Yeah, I'm almost done. So I'm becoming, well, I can read charts now, but I need to practice more.
Oh.
That's the one.
What's something you saw recently that made you laugh?
Someone made a joke at a dinner I was at the other night about the pandemic and being like, after our next pandemic, this will be what the experience. And I thought it was funny, and the majority of the room thought it was too soon.
That's funny. What's the weirdest thing that you have in your closet?
Oh, do you know what's funny is I also have a turkey feather coat, but that is certainly far from the weirdest thing in my closet. I've got a tutu. That's probably one of the weirder things.
Oh yeah, that's true. What's your guilty pleasure?
Oh,
did you ask me this?
I did ask you that, and you said reality TV.
Oh, geez.
What is my guilty pleasure?
Candy.
Yeah, I love candy. That is probably it.
Mm-hmm.
I love candy. I don't
like you get really excited,
but I get excited for candy.
Like, are you excited right now thinking about it?
Yeah. If I'm in the mood for it, sometimes I'm not.
Of fresh candy, what would it be?
No, it's like it is treats. That's like my guilty pleasures: treats, candy or Rice Krispie squares. I had a Rice Krispie square today because I love them. Yes, I love them.
Where from?
I got it from Cabin Coffee. And if anyone was watching our Instagram last week, I had a Fruit Loops Rice Krispie edition.
She's rolling her eyes.
And I was not happy because I don't like Fruit Loops.
I love Fruit Loops.
I think they're gross.
Okay. Well, if you could have 3 different candies in front of you right now, what would it be?
I'm still into these hot tamales. I'm really into, this isn't a candy, but I like bridge mixture. I
had that for the first time because you had it.
It's like an old person's chocolate.
We should invent our
own bridge mixture.
Yeah, what would we put together? We'll have to think about that.
Yeah, I like that actually. Do you know what the thing? I like the chocolate covered peanuts and bridge. I like the changing in texture because you get the chocolate covered peanuts, you get some chocolate covered jujubes, you get like.
Yeah,
I like the mix.
You like
don't know
that
what you're
with
getting.
The gummy bears in ice cream because of the texture. I've never had that and I need to, but I feel like my ideas are going and we need to come up with like a pot. You know how they have like the storm chips? We need to come up with like a podcast mix for when people are listening to podcasts.
Yes, or for a guest. Okay, I like that.
For the guest.
For the guest. The R&Q mix. Okay.
I forget Chex Mix.
I'm in. It's written down. We got the note.
Okay. Are you binging any shows?
Not at this moment. Now that you ask, I don't watch a lot of TV. If you catch me in it, I'm only binging.
You're into it.
Yeah, and then I stop. Like I'll binge shows for like 3-4 days, and then I won't watch TV.
You watched the Pam and Tommy.
That was the last thing I watched.
And that wasn't that many episodes.
No, it's like 10. Yeah.
Yeah, if that. Maybe. I don't know.
So no.
And I don't really binge them. Like if I watch 2 or 3 in a row, that's like.
Oh no, I only binge TV.
Okay.
I'll watch for like 3 days and then I won't watch any.
You just
for like a month.
You hit the capacity. What's your most hated household chore?
All of them, but particularly I don't like unloading the dishwasher. I don't do any of the chores. But unloading the dishwasher, definitely not into.
I hate laundry too. I hate putting my laundry. What's your favorite snack?
Oh, right now I'm into pistachios. Load them up, baby. Pistachios or almond butter. I ate a spoonful of almond butter last night. I was so happy about it.
It's so dry, but amazing.
Oh, so good.
There's nothing better than a lot of almond butter on a rice cake, like the salty rice cake.
So good.
Actually,
extra
those
salt.
Lundenberg brown rice, they're impossible to find right now.
Oh, you can't get the Lundenberg rice cakes.
They're sold out everywhere.
We're on a Lundenberg hiatus. Okay.
If anyone has a stash, let us know. What's your favorite TV show or one that you would never get tired of watching?
Oh my God.
You're a kid?
Do you know what? I've rewatched New Girl a few times. I like that show.
So funny.
So easy. So fun. Like those characters.
What do you do at Polaris? I want to say like a company for a second. What do you do at Polaris? And in what circumstances would I come to you for something?
I invest in startup companies and technology companies that are based in Newfoundland. So you would come to me if you had a company.
Genius idea.
In Newfoundland with some traction. So not just a little past idea.
Yeah.
and you wanted money.
And Sarah would put you through the ringer.
Yeah, I'd ask you a lot of questions about your business.
So if you're listening,
maybe invest.
Send her an email.
There you go.
What's your go-to productivity trick?
Sleep.
That's a good one. Mine's not sleep.
Mine is
That's
sleep.
perfect for you.
Yeah.
What's the biggest misconception people have about your position back to work? Probably so many.
Like whatever you think being a venture capitalist is like, that is not my experience in being it. It's fun. I don't want to say the word easy because I don't think I should say that, but I find it, it's certainly there's times that are challenging, but I think the most of what I do for me is pretty easy.
Like people think it's this crazy thing, you mean, and that.
Oh, actually, here's the biggest misconception.
You're like Shark Tank.
Is that, oh yeah, that definitely like I'm like Shark Tank.
Like
or
most
that you have to,
only, I feel like
vision of it.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's not that intense, is what I would say.
No.
And here's the biggest misconception is that I understand accounting.
Helpful. Very helpful.
But I don't. That's the point, is that I'm not an
Someone
accountant and I
else
don't
does.
have a finance background, but someone at our company does. Yeah.
They're just
I'm still just
digs in.
along for the ride.
What behavior or personality trait do you most attribute to your success and why? These are serious ones.
I know. I think it is probably that I am outgoing and I put myself out there.
Definitely.
Very similar to yours, but like I'll talk to anyone and I think I get into genuine conversations with people and I think that just always leads to helpful things down the road.
Yeah.
You know?
And sometimes you're like buzzing.
I get highly involved in people's lives in a very genuine way, but like, you know, and I often help people just because I'm interested or like really want to. And I think that I think a lot of things come around and, you know, things, even like my job now, like that just showed up for me. And that, I think that's like a karmic cycle a little bit.
Showing up. Okay. Well, what was your first job?
Oh, my first job was definitely a babysitter. As a 13-year-old, I had a summer job to take care of one kid. And I showed up every morning at 8 a.m. and I worked a full work week, 5 days a week. I babysat that kid from 8 to 3 or 8 to 4.
How old?
He's probably like 6 or
No,
7.
you.
I was
This
13.
must have been in the summer.
Yeah, in the summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why were you?
That was my first job.
I was babysitting my whole life.
My whole life, 9 to
My
5.
parents didn't let me
Go to school.
to babysit.
No, that was my first summer job when I was 13. Yeah.
What's lighting you up right now, Sarah?
I'm really into human design right now. I'm just like,
Ooh.
I've been going way deeper on it and I'm like been going through all of my friends' charts and I need to start making notes because I'm really finding it exciting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I love it. I think it's so cool.
Learning new skills.
Yeah, to create with this and like using our intuition to create more. And I like that human design like shows you that. So that.
If you could write a book about your life, what would the title be and why?
Follow your intuition. It's just a theme. That's like the thing I believe in most is when we follow our intuition, we're guided to like what is truly meant for us. And that is like the big learning theme of my life the last couple of years.
It's so crazy how there's so many little things that happen to me. It could be something like, oh, you should move that glass of water, or like, I don't know, this has happened to me before because like you might spill it and then 10 minutes later you can spill it. And like, you're like, I knew I should have moved that. And I knew, like, yes. I knew that was going to happen.
And those little nudges, when you practice them and listen to them, I think it makes it easier to hear the big nudges.
Yeah.
And you trust your intuition then.
I think it's, you kind of learn because when that happens and you don't listen, then when it pops up again, you're like, okay, I should do this because for whatever reason, it's coming into my body and my mind.
And it's a good way to practice it.
Practice makes perfect.
Practice makes
What's the best advice you have ever been given and who was it from?
Oh, I actually don't know the answer to this question.
That's a tough one.
Because it's not like something, I'm sure it's my parents, but I don't know what it is.
It's okay. You pass.
You know what? I'm going to pass this one.
I know it's kind of you need to think about that.
Yeah. It either has to come to you or, yeah.
What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Oh,
damn, your butt looks good in those
Yeah.
pants.
I have not received that compliment, although I've given you that compliment, funny enough.
You did not that long ago. That was great. I should have said that.
Very genuinely, I gave you that compliment. I think the nicest compliment I've ever received, I've received this from a couple of people as they tell me they really like my laugh, and that makes me very happy. I like that.
You do have a good laugh. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Okay, so
She's
I thought about this. I fought to keep this question in because I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
Okay,
so karaoke is one of my fears. I want to conquer it. I've decided because it's just about performing, and I think that's like fun. I've got my list of karaoke songs. I think 9 to 5 is a good one from Dolly Parton, but someone put me on to my new go-to karaoke song, and I think this could be our duet.
Okay.
It's called It's Raining Men.
It's raining men. That's high pitch.
Hallelujah, it's raining men. I think that could be a fun one to do.
Amen. Is that what I feel like?
I forget I don't
Jerry
know.
Halliwell did. Do you remember she did that single?
Yes.
All right. Okay. And I need to write a song down when I hear it, because sometimes I think
like, keep your
this
karaoke
is my song,
list.
and it could be a random song. It just hits you like that.
Yeah, I think that should be. I'm putting that on the list of our karaoke songs.
Okay, what fictional place would you like to live in the most?
100% Harry Potter.
I knew you were gonna say.
Hogwarts, sign me up.
I never really saw the Harry Potters, maybe the first one or two, but
I actually don't think I've seen all the movies. I just like love the books.
that's like a very, I maybe read the first. I just never got into it, but some people were like,
I was into it. Loved it.
You would love when you go, is it Universal? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they have the whole Harry Potter land.
Sign me up, baby.
Cool.
I'll be wearing a cape and a wand.
Yeah. Root beer.
Butterbeer.
Butterbeer.
I might reread those books just for like pleasure sometime. That'd be fun.
What's one thing you are currently trying to make a habit?
Oh, actually, this is going to be a hard one for me. In the summer, because it is bright out earlier, I do like to get up earlier and spend like an hour outside. So I'm trying to get up between 6:40 and 7:20 for that's the window I'm trying to get up in.
I got up at 4:45 today.
Yeah,
too early.
That's too early.
But then it's so weird because I'm awake and then I wait for it to say 5 a.m. I'm like, yeah, it's morning. 4 a.m. is still the nighttime.
I woke up.
But I have to say, the sunrise this morning was incredible.
Oh, well, that's really nice. I don't think I'm ever going to catch the sunrise. That's like beyond, that's advanced. Yeah, that's too advanced. But I like getting up and going out and spending like really an hour in the sunshine in the morning. That's been a new habit. So I'm trying to make that forever.
Especially by the water. It's nice. Okay. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for the rapid fire.
Scramble.
My brain scrambled.
Okay. This or that. Rapid fire. Let's go. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Phone call or text?
Phone call.
Toast or eggs?
Toast.
Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
I'm trying to read this as fast as possible. Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
While walking, music or podcast?
Oh, music.
Drake or Biebs?
Drake. Oh my God, I'm surprised at that answer. I thought I was going to pick Biebs.
Swimming or sunbathing?
Swimming.
High tech or low tech?
Low tech.
Big party or small gathering?
Oh, I don't know. Big party, I think.
Red or white wine?
Red. Why did I say that? That's not true. White.
No, but that,
bubbly.
The Bieber,
yeah,
Drake one. Drake came into my mind first, but I was like, I had enough to remember. Like, no, I love Justin Bieber. The mind plays tricks.
I love Justin Bieber, but I also love Drake. So I'm thinking the choice is true.
I don't know if it has something. I mean, we have no scientific research to back this, but the way they're ordered.
Maybe we're setting ourselves.
Or text, I want to say phone call because it was just like,
oh,
I don't know, maybe I should have.
I don't know. We don't know how this works. We're just like, this is a science experiment, Ashley.
Big things here.
Big discoveries happening here at Rival and Queen. All right, guys, it's another week.
Something.
We hope you enjoyed this rapid fire. It's just kind of like a fun way to show you guys a little more about us and our life, and we hope it's helpful. And I don't know, it's not helpful, but we hope you're entertained. It's definitely not helpful.
It might be. Maybe people thought about themselves.
They got a good productivity tip from you.
And drink your water. Okay, everyone, we hope you have the best Thursday. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you back here next week.
We love you.